It's a nice walleye. Stay on walleye. See if we can land him without the net. I'm going to grab the line.
Okay.
We just have the cradle. And I'm going to grab the leader and don't fall off. That's a nice walleye, right?
Big walleye.
Very light colored. I'm going to very gently, hopefully won't thrash off, try to get my hand underneath the gill plate. That's a nice, about 25-inch walleye. And you can see that spoon, that's that rocket spoon by Lucky Strike. It's funny because we weren't getting hits on the other spoon that had the chartreuse green pink color. So I went to this one because I thought it looked more natural like bait fish, and we had 2 fish hit and they both looked heavy, and we landed this one. So changing up the spoon sometimes very important. Just gonna get that out of its mouth. And Barb, isn't that a nice fish?
Beautiful.
Okay, Barb, I'm gonna get it back in. I think this is gonna help the flow because I got a feeling he's gonna take off pretty quick when I let go. He's right on top. Nothing like letting a fish go at about, 2.5 miles an hour. This almost looks like candy color, the spoons that I'm holding up. We got pink in there, we got green, we got orange, yellow, silver, red. But when it comes to walleye fishing and trolling for them in deep water, whether you're fishing in Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, where a lot of people will troll for them, in Lake Ontario, of course, in the Eastern Basin, down in the Bay of Quinte and in the mouth of the St. Lawrence, and in Lake Erie, throughout Lake Erie, you get walleyes right from Detroit at the western end, right to the Niagara River, and Buffalo and Niagara Falls at the eastern end. These are the type of spoons that they use when they're fishing for the walleye. Sometimes use harnesses, but the spoons are ideal because they represent the bait fish that the fish are feeding on. Now, the ones that we've done really well today, one is called a flipper spoon, and all of these, by the way, are Lucky Strike spoons. And if you want to know if they're Lucky Strike, you just look at the back. They actually stamp their lures with the Lucky Strike name. So this is the flipper. And this is another color flipper. We did really well on this color. And then this is called the rocket. And it's probably called that because of the taper, because you see it's so narrow at the front. But one thing that these spoons have in common, they're all long and they're rather thin. So they've got a little bit of a different shape, a bend. So the flipper actually flips more. That's the name flipper. The rocket has more of a tighter action. So if I'm using lead core line and I want to get a little bit deeper, I'll run the rocket. And we did get some nice 25-inch walleye on the rocket. If I'm fishing more suspended, maybe up above the 50-foot mark in that 30-40-foot range, the flipper is an excellent spoon to use. So you can cast these spoons and you can use them with monofilament line, but to get them down deep on monofilament, you have to add a big sinker if you're trolling that deep, or use downriggers. Ideally, you use these with lead core, steel, or copper line. We love coming up to Eagle Lake Island Lodge so much that we've been coming up every year for the last couple of years. The first year, we came up in June, at the end of June, and we targeted smallmouth bass and walleye. And the smallmouth bass were all over the shorelines and around any rocky outcrops. The fishing was so good that in many cases we were getting 10, 15 bass just twitching, a twitch bait from one spot. Then last year we came up and it was in early September and we were power trolling for walleye in deep water at like 4 or 5 miles an hour with crankbaits. And this fall we came up a little bit later, like the last week in September, and we're doing a combination of trolling with lead core line like we are today, casting the shorelines for pike and muskie. There's so many things that you can do up here at Eagle Lake. It's just amazing. And this fish just is slow to come in. Because I had a long line, I figured I had about 400 feet of line out there. I'm not at the fluorocarbon leader yet, and I'm trying to take it easy. I've been told that in some of the deeper parts of the lake, like where we are here, you can also get lake trout. So we'll see if this is a walleye, a pike, a lake trout. Who knows? So this might be a walleye, Barb, I'm guessing.
You think so?
Usually when they come on top like that, it's back down below the surface. One thing.
Oh, I saw the tail.
Did you see it?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Barb, it's a nice walleye.
All right.
I'm going to keep him up until I get him close.
Yep.
I guess he's like 4 or 5 pounds.
Big one.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to, you know what?
Get the...
Can you grab the cradle, Barb?
Sure.
I'll steer a little bit because I've got a feeling he might fall off. That is a good sized walleye. You know what to do, right, Barb?
I think so.
Okay, let's get it open quick,
Quick.
and I'll try to guide him in.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, let me guide him right in. Perfect. Great job, Barbara.
Oh, beautiful.
This is teamwork. You gotta.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll bring him up
Okay.
on top. And if you want to grab the steering wheel again,
Okay.
and I'm gonna keep my eye on the other one in case we got one on. I mean, this is exciting here. Trolling this deep water. I love it. Oh boy, did he ever smack that spoon. I'm gonna turn him over, see if
He's
I
a
can
thick
grab him.
guy.
He is, yeah. We're gonna be releasing this guy because he's definitely bigger than the slot. But we just want to get a reading on him. Barbara, let me see. He is,
A little bit.
you know what? He's almost 24 inches, but he's a solid 24.
Yes.
Beautiful walleye. Okay, he was hooked really lightly, Barb.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I like about these fish? They have so much energy. I'm going to try to suspend him just to get some water going in his mouth, but I got a feeling he's going to take off pretty quick. Look how beautiful they are, Barb, with that sunlight on them.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, he wants to go.
He's got lots of energy.
One more time. Come on. Get ready, Mr. Walleye?
Canadian Sport Fishing is brought to you by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Yamaha Outboards, reliability starts here. Dickies, guaranteed workwear since 1922. Lucky Strike, more fish bite with the Lucky Strike.
Big head shake. It's not like a monster. Bit more, hon. Good one. We got him in there. You know what? I thought he was in the other line, but he's not. I can't get over how thick these fish are. Barb, come here. This is great. I'm going to put the glove on. The boat is driving itself, which is good. Okay. Look at how plump his belly is.
Oh, he's been eating well.
Okay, I'm just trying to hold him. Yeah, he's been hit by something, which is probably another type. In a minute, I'm going to get you to get the tape measure and see if I can hold him. Yeah, I can hold him. So you got the cradle, Barb. I just want to show him how thick he is. Look, can you tell these fish have been feeding? See his belly, the way it's sagging? And he's got that spoon in his mouth? Okay, Barb, there's a tape measure right there. You can leave the cradle there. We're going to put him right on the cradle.